My birthday.
Okay, we have a quorum, so we'll call the meeting to order. And it's 4 o'clock. All right, any public comments? Do we have any public comments either from online or going here? All right, no public comments. Okay, so we have 3 months worth of minutes to approve. Janet sent them to us. Just October? Okay, I thought that. Sorry.
Have we already done September and August?
The recordings for August, September still haven't been uploaded.
Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so we just have August to approve, October to approve. All right. Any changes to the minutes of October that were sent to us? Hearing none, I'll call for a motion.
So moved.
We have a first, the second. We have a second.
Second.
We have a second. So the October minutes are approved. Now,
Did we vote?
we need to. Oh, yeah, we ought to vote. All in favor, say aye.
Okay.
All opposed, say nay. All right, the minutes are approved. Sorry about that. I'll be all right. Okay, topics for 2026. You have in front of you the 2024 topics that we turned in. The goals that we tried to get done.
Tried to get done. Wait, I object.
We actually got quite a bit
Thank
done.
you.
Yes, well done, Janet. And team of city.
Okay, the list of buildings in the city that require push button doors, that's still in progress. 88 parking in all city facilities and all city parking facilities. We're gonna work on an assessment of that in 2026. The Gilliard push button bathroom for every floor has been funded for 26.
Okay, well done.
Carpet replacement without padding for the Gilliard. It's probably not gonna be done until the carpet needs to be replaced.
Okay, exactly. But the ADA coordinator for the Gilliard is aware
Right,
that it needs to be taken into account.
yes. Okay. We're still working on educating the city staff on ADA requirements.
On Tuesday, I have a meeting with right-of-way inspectors to give them a new checklist for inspections. So I'm excited about that.
Herbert Hazel, a family bathroom is funded for 2026. What are they gonna do to that? Cause it has a shower already.
They're mostly going to give it an automated door.
Oh,
Nice.
I love it. MLK. They are redoing, they're gonna demolish the building and build a new one. I don't know when that's gonna happen.
We have seen plans already and it's moving quickly. It's
Good,
still not immediate, but it's quickly.
Right. It's moving.
Yeah.
Yes. W.O. Stevens.
Crickets.
My guess is that nothing is gonna happen there because they're going to build a new swimming facility there.
Let me reverse. The MLK is the one that hasn't been checked on. The
Oh,
W.L.
okay.
Stevens is demolish and
Okay,
new
demolish and
construction
new
underway.
construction. All right,
Sorry, that was my
That makes more
mistake and that was
sense.
bad. Bad
that
reporting.
actually makes more sense because I know that construction and demolishing is pretty imminent.
Yeah.
Okay, rampant signage at White Point Gardens. It's going to be completed at the completion of the current construction project down there. And they're gonna make it accessible to Waterfront Park.
Actually, we're not sure. The Army Corps of Engineers will be using part of this land to build their seawall. So whenever that goes in, it's just gonna have to see about it when the Army Corps of Engineers
Okay.
makes that, this is a huge portion of what they're gonna work with.
Okay, the 1069 King Street property. It's a county building and they've been notified that they need to install a push button and some lighting.
They need a speaker out there too.
I was thinking that a camera, it wouldn't.
Yeah, it needs a speaker because the person who made the complaint has no vision. So doesn't know what
Oh, goodness.
they're being told.
Okay, we had businesses needed to be notified of ADA and service requirements, and that we're gonna tackle when we ride down King Street. And if that goes well, we'll pick some more streets to ride down. Okay, traffic and transportation. That is underway. DOD knows about the problem at SE Street Corner.
Yeah, the
Southeast
southeast
Street
corner,
Of Calhoun and Cumming. And they removed the tree stump at Vanderhurst and Cumming. It was in front of the accessible parking.
yes, but they planted a tree.
Seriously?
Seriously,
Gotta be kidding me.
They
No.
can unplant the tree.
In the way of the ramp?
They can unplant.
Sorry, Alex.
so in fairness to the city staff, I talked with the people who do the streets and sidewalks. And they removed they talked to Parks and got the big stump removed. And then Parks didn't know that the request had come from me or was related to the accessible parking space. So Parks just planted a new tree. Yeah, so
Can we get him to dig it up and move it elsewhere before it's too late to do
yes,
that?
yes, we are working on it even as we speak. But when I went to get photographs to follow this up, I was like, come on. And they're probably thinking no good deed goes unpunished, so. But those are the foibles that I run into every day.
Okay, the push button at St. Andrews and Sycamore. Basically, it's been delayed until they decide what they're gonna do with Highway 61.
I think there's a plan.
Yeah, there is a plan,
Okay,
but
I haven't seen it yet at review stage.
Oh, yeah, because it was in the paper this morning, yeah, but
Oh, I haven't read today's paper.
that's it. I mean, maybe think it says,
Okay.
I think another street, okay.
Neighbor Street is just like spitting in the wind. We're never gonna get it.
the Faber Street, stop sign, there's no plans to change that yet.
In other words, I will just keep dripping on all parties concerned.
Yep. East side of King Street and John Streets, broken curb ramp, possibly rough granite curbing. Reviewed by several city departments, never found a rough spot. Okay,
Me included. I walked it a couple of times. I couldn't find the problem.
okay. And the commission list of efforts to prioritize for the city of Charleston, the Bees Ferry in 61, pedestrian push button. SCOD reviewed this and stated that the button is within ADA AG reach ranges. Is that true?
I feel like it's sort of rotated the wrong way. The button is hard for someone in a chair to reach from the sidewalk. I they say it's where it should be, then it's,
Everything breaks. So I'll watch for when it breaks. And that's
So-
what is everything breaks.
What do we want to tackle this year? Because there's still a lot of stuff in Charleston.
I'd like to see some things outside of the peninsula.
Okay.
Project outside of the peninsula. I will say that I don't know who's done it, but somebody has finally replaced the part of the sidewalk on Savannah Highway that a utility company took up years ago. And I personally wrote letters for years and years and years, but it's where Wesley Drive is, between Wesley Drive and that first place going into, not Moreland. I don't know, there was a big it was by that used to be like a hotel, a B&B.
Yeah,
Somebody took the sidewalk out. I have pictures of them taking the sidewalk.
the
out.
island, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And it was a whole section missing, and for years and years and years, I don't know if the city or the county, somebody has finally gone in there and there was a whole section of sidewalk missing. But I have pictures of them actually taking it up, but nobody would claim it. Yeah, but anyway, so kudos to the city
So
and the county.
moving outside the peninsula, what would you like to put?
Well, I think it depends on where people live. I mean, the city covers, so much.
But we have to come up with stuff to tell
Some
the city what
addresses.
they did there.
Well, I think people, if you just keep your eyes open, and do people live in different areas on this committee? I live in West Ashley. I'm not going to have anybody on John's Island.
I live on John's Island.
Okay, all right.
What do we need to fix out there?
We have no real like sidewalks or nothing's accessible there, nothing. And most of the businesses are inaccessible. I can think of 4 right off the top of my head where you wouldn't be able to get in.
What's the sidewalk situation on Maybank? Because I
We don't have one.
Okay, because there was a plan to do it. I don't know whatever happened.
So we have it in some of the new areas. They put it in like sections, but they don't connect. I mean, eventually it's gonna be great, I guess, if they finish it, but right now we don't have a lot. And we have a lot of businesses that aren't really forward thinking.
John's Island is a mixed tapestry of both county properties and city properties. From a city perspective, I look at the new buildings, like there's going to be a new freestanding emergency room
There
on Maybank. I've looked at that over and over. We're good. They're gonna meet ADA compliance. When there's currently a car wash down by Main Road kind of area, that's going to be, sorry?
By his park.
Yes, that's going to be replaced and it will be everything brought up to compliance with the pedestrian section. So as the city, we can't make anybody in the county do what we want. We can only do city things.
Okay.
So the city, that's why it's a hodgepodge. So you get a section, some property with sidewalk, and then you get the next section without sidewalk. And it's a mess until it all comes together. And what we have found other places is that after the city does a few here and there, then the county will come back with a comprehensive plan.
Look at the trash cans.
And that tells you.
That's the easiest way to tell you who's in the city and who's in the county.
But it is starting to get more connected, so I agree with you, but I mean, there are CTC funds, I mean, other, funds that,
So
at what point are they going to finally get it connected would be my question, because they've been talking about it for 20 years, so.
I suspect I'll be dead, but okay.
Okay.
the city's requiring sidewalks on all new construction, right?
Yes. And sometimes not sidewalks on both sides of the street, but sometimes a pedestrian, multi-purpose pathway.
Mm.
That's extra large on one side of the street
Yeah.
is sometimes what we end up with.
Can you?
There's
can
there's
you-
a funny new construction sidewalk right by me there's a new Fifth Thirds Bank on 17 and
Oh, I
Radio
haven't seen
Road.
that one. Yeah.
And yeah, and on the Golandra Avenue side, so not on the 17 side, but it's on the other side. They did a sidewalk just in front of it, but on one half, I need to send you a picture of this. There's on one half of it, there's no access. It's just a 6-inch curb. So like no one can. The only way anyone who can is gonna use it. It's kind of a silly space, anyways. I mean, it's like a back sort of alley spot, but they were required to build a sidewalk, and the sidewalk doesn't have any access pretty much for anyone with wheels. So it's like a minor thing, but I'll send you a picture of what I'm talking about. It'll make more sense.
If I'm not mistaken, that is a county property because they brought it through the city and they let us look at it. And then I guess we asked too much of them, and so they kept it in the county.
Yeah, are you talking about the bank that's at the, on 17, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right across from my house. Yeah,
Oh,
that is in
okay.
the county.
Yeah.
That is in the county.
Yeah, yeah, as we're talking about, everything's hodgepodge over here, so.
It is, yeah.
So if
And
the business,
I'm in county too, so.
You're in the county too, is that what you said?
But I know like there's like there's other parts close to me or city. Like I see
That's
city trash
exactly
cans
what it
pretty
is.
quickly.
Could go lot by lot in your neighborhood.
Yeah, pretty much.
And what'd you say?
so the businesses on Maybank, those are a conglomeration of both. They're not under one. That's really rough.
It is rough. And typically I take complaints, ADA type complaints for the businesses that are in the county. And I will call them happily, but they don't have to do anything. Not that the city businesses have to, but sometimes they listen a little more closely, but the county business is just like, yeah, whatever.
But the flexibility may be if they're using DOT money, then there might be a little bit more.
Well, not with the
But-
buildings, she's talking about
Oh,
buildings.
the buildings,
But
okay.
the infrastructure, yeah, DOT money.
Yeah.
Comes in, which is why county eventually gets stuff
But
together.
can you think of any smaller projects on Johns Island or? Keep your eye out, just, yeah.
Think about it.
I was gonna mention for Savannah Highway, Janet, I don't know if you remember, I mentioned a coworker of mine whose wife, I think, is visually impaired and they live on the opposite side of 17 from Blessed Sacrament. And then she's a teacher at Blessed Sacrament.
That's where where
I live right over there, yeah.
And so the wife walks to work, but needed an audible crosswalk. I think, I don't remember what intersection, but if it's,
let me know which one, because we're starting to put in APS everywhere. Well,
Everywhere, just on request.
say
on
everywhere.
request.
Huh?
On request or everywhere?
well, we don't have a plan for it yet. So it's on request and it's on places where I'm not sure when we're gonna get to doing it, but we're gonna do it. It's coming.
I feel like it's the Avondale crosswalk, but I'll confirm.
That would make the most sense.
Got it.
By Nicholson, I'm thinking by Nicholson. Probably.
And another crazy question. The handicap parking spots,
Yes.
the van handicap parking spots. Why did they put them on the left side of the vehicle?
Legally, they're allowed to put them anywhere they want unless you're in a diagonal spot.
Because I don't know of any that open to the left, do you?
Only pickup trucks that are converted.
Yeah.
They'll have a left driver's side entry. The majority of them are minivans, so they're gonna be on the right side.
And who knows what we might have in 2 years. So if you want it on your passenger side, you have to back in.
Yeah, the VA only pays for van conversions. However, there is a bill before Congress that changed to take the word van out of it and just say vehicle conversions. So
That's
the
good to
trucks can
know.
be done.
That's really good to know. I had a
But who
friend
knows if it'll,
who was a para and he drove, I think, a Volvo. And his wheelchair was stored on the roof.
Yeah.
and it would come down in a mechanism that I can't even remember exactly how it all worked, but that all happened on his driver's side. So
And
there you go.
if you're driving, if you can transfer out of your chair into a regular car,
Mhm.
you're gonna transfer from the driver's side, so.
Yeah.
it
Jeannie
does-
did that.
Yeah. A lot of folks do it, not, I mean, there's probably just as many that get out from the passenger side too, but it's one of those things that it's hard to find a good accessible spot with a curb cut on the right side.
Other questions? Other questions?
No,
I want one like the
I would
last
like
one.
to
I do
see
that one.
repaint.
You'd
I
like to
would
see
like
what?
to see the handicap parking sign spots repainted that belong to the city.
The city has also instituted a new situation where anything that's new build, the access aisle has the normal stripes, but it also says the words no parking on the pavement. That was courtesy of our new traffic engineer named James Wallace, who said, why don't we just paint it?
That's a good
Okay.
idea.
That was like excessive sense, so I will write down. So if we start repainting accessible spots, there are very few of those off of the peninsula for the city, so.
Do you have some in mind to start with, or?
All of the ones that belong to the city. They hadn't I finally got them to repaint the ones at Herbert Hazel, but it took almost 2 years. No, I mean, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. Well, I started that.
Remember that?
I do remember that actually. Painful, though it still is.
So nobody has anything we need to fix?
Did,
What we look,
I can't remember if did we talk about Hampton Park, the gravel at Hampton Park? I think I needed to look at that one again.
What part of Hampton Park?
The pavilion, from the,
Around the pavilion?
like, felt like there was steps to go up, but I didn't know where the accessible route was to get up to the pavilion.
Got it.
For some reason, I thought there was like one or a step to get up to that part.
I don't remember there being an accessible path.
Yeah.
Like I live over there, I can't recall any way to get up there other than by steps.
So yeah, I think that's the last time I went, I just basically went through the grass on the back side of it. Almost between bushes to get up there, so.
Were you able to get up? at all?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I mean, I could take this thing off road, but.
It's all gravel and sand.
Yeah, but it
It's been
wasn't
there for a million.
from the
just-
parking lot. You can go up, but there's not really I think a true path
Yeah.
Okay.
to get there.
Yeah, you can just like peel off on the left and kind of go up, but I can't recall. Specific.
So am I understanding that you need a way to get to an upper level, a different elevation in the pavilion? Or you need a route to get to the pavilion?
Yes, to both.
I would say both.
Yeah, it's, once you get up that one step on the route, you're good. Cause the pavilion itself is flat, but there's a lip pretty much all the way around the pavilion.
Because I had asked to have the accessible restrooms at the park have an accessible route to them. And that was on the list last year. They came back to me as there already is one. I was, oops. So I need to go out. Have you been?
But
I
some
haven't
of,
checked out the rest.
some of the routes there though are not paved.
I'm not worried about paving so much as, cause I can make it through that gravel or whatever it is,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think just that one step is the issue. I'll go take a look at it and get a picture.
How is the no parking in Hampton Park for events working? And busing people The only people that are supposed to, that just supposedly allow it, if they have an event at Hampton Park, there's no parking in the park except for people that have handicap placards. Then they were gonna bus people. And and they were supposedly being able to bus people that were in wheelchairs if there was no parking inside.
I haven't heard any complaints about that. I think that the process is working because they've turned over the whole parking lot to accessible parking. And that's, I'm gonna say 40 spaces.
Yeah, it's quite a few.
Yeah. So I think that's working okay, but for special event reviews, I always require, if they say shuttle bus, that I make sure that they say that they have an accessible capacity. And Speedy last year had 2 accessible shuttle buses. And they were called for, they were in the route, but they also could be called separately if a person with a wheelchair needed them to be at a certain spot. So I think it's, if I hear complaints, I will adjust it.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering how that was gonna work out.
It seems to be working out. Other requests?
All right, wanted somebody to come back with, everybody to come back with at least one request next
Okay,
week.
we have homework.
Next
Okay.
month. Got homework. All right. Review and update one-page handout on the visited restaurant establishments.
What is the purpose of this? Is this like a handout to give to people? If so, it's missing a lot of information. If it is a reference guide for people going in, then that's a different flyer. So what is the purpose of this? What is your audience?
The purpose of this was to give to the owners, if you will, of the establishment, this to use kind of as a guide, because a lot of the restaurants, accessible is a strange word, because to some people, accessible means, yeah, you can get in the front door, but can you really move around inside? Or can you get in the bathrooms? So this was to make sure that all the establishments had an accessible entrance, but not only an accessible entrance, but could get around and use the facilities. And then we also added or Michael added, he told us he was gonna do it, the the auditory stuff.
We're going to do a project in 2026, and we're tentatively calling it, Michael, edit me if you need to, dining and shopping accessibly.
Mhm.
Does that make sense, Will? We're basing it on something you said the last meeting.
I was really afraid you were gonna ask me that again.
Ah,
Because I do remember thinking it was kind of clever in the moment, but I'm not recalling it well right now. I do think what you said sounds really good. I'm in on dining accessibly or whatever, but I can't recall the exact,
Okay.
we'll have to check the tape. Yeah,
So we're gonna go like 3 of us at a time and do ride up and down King Street, starting at Broad. And we're gonna go up, and we're gonna go up like the east side and talk to shopkeepers, and then come down the west side. And we wanted to leave them with information if they wanted further information, if they wanted a source for ramps, if they needed that source, if they had questions about service animals. If they're a restaurant and wondered about, do we have to do braille menus? No, you don't have to. It would be lovely, but you don't have to. And then I wanted to include something for them, the tax deductions. And that we would look at their bathrooms voluntarily. By law, we have no purview.
So I think another important thing to add to this would be why it's important. Because some things that people don't understand is if you make things accessible, you make them better for regular able-bodied people as well. And adding that verbiage in here might make this a little bit more impactful instead of just, you know, a list of things that you don't understand why you have to do them, because accessible is you can come in through the door. So why is this important? Telling people, you know, why putting in that ramp where there's no ramp is because mothers with strollers can get on, kids with bikes can do it, anybody can get on that path now. And I think maybe laying that out a little bit clearer might have a better messaging impact.
I don't disagree at all. I think that showing how it works is great. I do think that being delivered in person
Yes.
will give some credence to that. Also, we're trying not to be as belligerent as you know we can be on occasion. We're trying to be definitely having the carrot.
I had a thought, though, we had talked about the QR code, you know, because these are links, right? So if someone can just click a QR code or snap a QR code, then they can go to Amazon right there, you know, and buy whatever it might be. And I think you make a really, really good point. And I think graphically you can do a lot with this to kind of accomplish what you're saying too. And if there's a link, you can even create like a little slideshow of like, you know, showing who uses it, and maybe it's like characters and stuff like that, and they can see that, you know, old people don't love steps either, you know.
Young people
Yeah.
with knee problems don't like it either.
Yeah, I mean, so many mothers with strollers is such a good point. There's so much of that
Yeah.
downtown.
And they're doggy strollers too. Today
There are.
I must have seen 24 doggy strollers.
I also thought that, you know, being known for being super accessible, you know, you're opening yourself up to an entire population of people that might be more likely to shop at your establishment, right? If you're the restaurant that's known for being really well done at that or whatever, like it just, you're a business, right? You're open for business. What should you do? Appeal to as many people as you can. These are like simple, in my mind, these are very simple, low cost, very high effect solutions for some of those.
So Michael is in charge of this project. Michael Drahan. Wave your hand, Michael.
Hey,
Michael, this is Tisha.
Hi.
hi Trisha. Nice to meet you.
And Jane said that she would help with this too.
Yep.
So anybody else want to work on the graphic of it all?
Yeah, we just definitely need someone who's good at packaging it into you know, to a handout, not just a office document to file away, sort of thing.
What do we think the deliverable is to the business? Are we carrying around like a little laminated QR code and just handing those out, or maybe not laminated? And then we're asking them to snap it, or we're handing out an actual physical
I
copy
didn't
of the.
think about that.
Well, I mean, I just say that because like if you're, yeah, I kind of agree with that too. But like, what am I going to do with you know, to get that link, I'm gonna have to go to www.illumaramp. Like I want to make it as easy as possible. So I think the deliverable, if it is a handheld thing, there's like a big old QR code like right in the middle, making
Yeah,
sure.
if we had a QR code that took you to all these links.
Right.
To
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
that's right.
And we'll have like a little script, I guess.
I feel like I'm writing a lot of checks for someone else right now, like work wise, because I'm not sure I know how to do all.
Does the city have any
I know.
staff that could put that together?
No. This is the basis, and we're hoping that Tisha and Jane and will work with Michael.
Yep.
And put it together into a,
Palatable form.
Yes.
yeah.
I would like to have them laminated. And then maybe, crazy thought, it might just really stay there.
You might not throw it away. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't want to
If
say
it
that.
feels like it's in your hand,
Well,
I
I
can't
was
throw
gonna
this
say
away. I
that.
can't throw this
Jane
away.
said that's possible to get it laminated.
Yeah. I can get it.
I'd be willing to.
How many are we willing to pass out? A lot of laminations.
I don't think it's gonna be that many.
Okay.
There's only so many you can visit in a day comfortably, and
Okay.
again, it's not, it's.
I'd like to have some to carry with me though.
Oh.
Like just, I know that we're thinking about this as like a 1 or 2 day event.
We also agree.
But like,
Yeah.
I live downtown, I do a fair amount of business downtown, and I would love the opportunity to just like pass this out if I see something.
I will give you as many as you want. They did not do some
Just
of
bring
my
the,
budget.
bring the laminator to the monthly thing and I'll just be over
Like
here on
an
the
eight while
side.
you're here.
Yeah, I'll just be on the side rolling them through.
I didn't get everything I wanted in my annual budget, but I got enough to do that.
Some laminations,
So,
okay.
And I'd be willing to help with any wordsmithing, writing up the content that you're putting on the cards if you need help with all.
Did you ask a question that I didn't hear?
I was just asking, I was just commenting I could help with wordsmithing.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's what he does for a living.
The writing part of it. I'm not good at graphics, but I can help
I know.
write it out.
So then the plan is, make sure I'm getting right what you folks want,
Yeah.
is to have one QR code. The one QR code would take you to all these links.
There's two ways to do it. We could do one QR code per link, which is messy, or we could do one link, but we would have to have a place to host the page.
Yeah, I think
Page on this, on the city.
handing out a handout with all these headlines and then putting a QR code down in the bottom to reference, and we just say for not even just for more information, but even maybe in the contents say ramp information can be found at the by scanning the QR code, or I don't know, Braille information can be found. All the links we wanted to share, just mention it straight up, but then scan the QR code in the corner, and then you'll get to everything.
But will the city let us? Because you said we have to have a page to
You
attach
have
it
to
to.
host a page with all the links on it, yeah.
I'll
Like a
find out
landing
about
page.
hosting a page.
Did we select dates or were we looking at dates to do this?
Looking at February.
February, okay, all right, so that, not immediately, okay, but, because we ruled out January for a number of reasons, okay, all right.
Yeah.
It really is no good month to do it.
You know, because we got seaweed in February.
We have all the tourists coming. Start sweet seaweed. It never ends.
It never, as it should, we wanted to.
All right. Anything else on this? So that Tish has a good direction to go.
Yeah.
Everybody's happy with that? Janet's gonna find out.
About hosting a web page for the
Yeah.
QR code to
Sweet,
refer
she'll
to.
find that out.
And if you need somebody to write it, I could probably write it easily.
So that will solve that problem. Okay,
Well, I think in terms of writing, Janet sent out to everyone this week just a draft. I think we kind of decided we just wanted to be, and is it on? Yeah, and probably in front of you, just a snappy, not even any, maybe some writing and just to introduce it, but more so, here's the the disability, if you will, access, and then here's the headline: have ramps, service dogs, service animals. You have to allow them, but if they are a legitimate nuisance, you don't. So to keep it quick and not a lot of copy, but headlines of here's what we're trying to communicate, and we can't fit it all on here, so here's the QR code to go by those ramps to get more information on this, that, and what have you.
yeah, we'll have one QR code on here. And it will take you to all these links.
But you have to write the page.
In
the-
code.
Right, right,
You can't just put a,
right,
yeah.
right, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant writing
I'm
by
talking about
writing
the
the
QR
copy
code.
of the handout. Yeah,
No, I'm just talking about the QR
Yeah,
code
yes,
part.
that's.
gotcha. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
No.
Oh, we're good, I think.
Clarification's always good.
All right. So next is the report from our ADA coordinator.
besides the report that we read earlier,
Right.
the student, I really don't have a whole lot to say. I am so tickled to have all of y'all in the commission that I just can't thank you enough. I look forward to 2026 to doing a bigger celebration and a project and really getting that. So this is just my thank you. That's all. That's my entire report for today.
Yeah, do you know about our terms or our terms?
I do have the terms somewhere. What if I send out terms?
Okay, that'd be great.
Alex, did you get us a date yet?
We do have a date.
All right,
Let me find out when.
that's all right. So we have a date for the ADA celebration.
Woo woo.
July 23rd?
Sounds right.
Send Trey out again to fetch in flowers.
Thursday, July 23rd, 2026 will be the 36th ADA celebration at Park Circle. We have not defined times yet, but if we could put on the agenda for January to discuss, and I'll set up meetings for the working group.
Okay.
We can begin working on that.
Cool. All right. So that was our big announcement.
That's
We have
it.
a date.
There were no drums. Need
Be
drums
Park
next
Circle
time.
until City of Charleston builds a facility that's accessible. And
I didn't know if W.L. Stevens might be able to do it at the Miracle Field too. Gonna be interesting.
when they get everything done,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, the meeting building they have there is
I'm going to,
not good.
some of my coworkers are supposed to share with me the interior plans for the W.L. Stevens building in the immediate, so I'm looking
Good.
forward to seeing it.
Yeah, that would be good. That'd be a good place to do it. Hopefully the city's gonna put in an accessible park there. A
Well,
large accessible park.
The Miracle Field is there.
No, an accessible playground.
I think there is one at the Miracle Field,
It's very small.
and we'll see what's left after we're done. Okay, fair enough. Now, one thing we didn't do though is we didn't ask Tisha to give us a little of her background.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tisha Panconi. I am a technical director. I've been doing it for 20 years now. I work for Smartsheet. And before this, I did ADA engagement for online web properties, basically. So teaching companies how to sell to people that have any sort of disability. For example, one of the fun things was selling cars to people who are blind. So that's pretty fun. Really
Do
fun.
people who are blind?
They do.
Okay,
They care about what they ride in, and when they have caretakers that take them around and drive them around, they prefer to be in their own car
cool.
where they know where everything is and it's theirs.
Yeah, if they
I
want to eat
love
a
it.
hamburger in their car, they can.
All of my blind friends say things like, "You don't want me to drive." And I'm serious. That's
I have a friend, he's like, even if AI made it okay, I would never, ever, ever do it. But I mean, like, we've helped people ski down mountains and,
Oh, I have other
Same
blind
thing,
friends
same
now who want AI. I mean, they really want self-driving cars. Yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah, because they
I
don't
don't-
see all the scary stuff that the cars do.
I don't know why, when I used to drive to Columbia all the time, more than once, I'd see somebody reading a book, their newspaper, a magazine, driving to Columbia. And that was before they made all
illegal.
the stuff in the cars now where you can really let it drive itself.
Now, we do have to ask, just out of pure curiosity, about your service dog. We're just dying to know like how old he is or she, and even though we're not gonna touch the dog or interfere with the dog's function.
So this is Coco. She's an alert dog. She's about 2. She's gonna be 3 soon. And she's been with me since she was about 9 weeks old, and she's been training. We're still technically in training. And she's a good girl, but she does have a visit commands because I was told early on that she's too cute. So we have to have a command where she knows that she could step away, but she still has to pay attention. So if you do want to pet her, we have a way to do that.
That's fun, thank you.
Of course.
We
And I
had,
usually have stickers
She's
too.
a brown Pomeranian.
She's a brown Pomeranian. I got her
I've
on
never
Dawn's
seen one in my
Outlet.
whole life.
They're not real common here. They're mostly in Germany, but yeah, there's a lady here that breeds
Too
them.
cute for words.
she is adorable.
She's
We
a
had
bundle.
one commission member a while back that had 2 dogs. And one was a Great Dane, and she was the skittiest dog, she was just like, just jumpy, so. But
She
it's
never-
always fun to have service animals with us.
She's not very jumpy. She's pretty much okay with everything. She doesn't like bathrooms. I think it's she doesn't like getting splashed in the face. So I pick her up now.
Yeah.
What exactly is an alert dog?
So she's
What are
just
they
like a
alert? Okay, go ahead.
she's just like a regular service dog, but I have a condition that I need to be alerted before things slide sideways. So she alerts, and then if I need other stuff, she does the other stuff.
Does she pet you?
She does, she gets on my chest and she climbs up on my shoulders and, yeah, she's a good girl.
Are there different, I'm just curious because I've not heard of this type of support animal. Does she have different barks or whines or anything for different types of alerts that you need?
So I only have one pretty major problem. So she doesn't really make any noise or anything like that. She doesn't bark. She doesn't make many sounds, but you can teach a service dog to do anything you want. So like it doesn't matter. So I need somebody to remind me that I need to do things, and she does that. So, but she doesn't really bark or anything like that. Most of her cues and stuff are physical.
Gotcha. Well, we're really delighted that you joined us,
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
both of you. That's funny, that's both of you. We intend to use and abuse your talents. So,
That's all right. There's a reason I volunteered.
good.
Did you graphic design?
I don't. I'm just very big into tech, and I have a background in programming.
Okay. Thank you.
I do mostly project management now, and in like customer engagement and things like that.
I need to look at the calendar for 2026 and make sure that the 3rd Friday still works.
Okay,
I will do that.
shall I put that down on your to-do list?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okey-doke.
All right. Anybody have anything else? Y'all sure? Letting you back into the world 11 minutes early.
Look out, world.
Entertain a motion.
So moved.
Approved. Or adjourned.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you.